You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Come on with the pay and let's rapper taste on it, you know?
Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, we're back with another preview episode, this one for episode 91, In the Heat of the Night. This is obviously the 1967 American mystery drama film directed by Norman Jewison, starring Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger. Yes, this is the movie that inspired the television series and actually a number of other sequels to this movie too, which I didn't know going in. But we will play the trailer for In the Heat of the Night right now.
On your feet, boy. I mean now.
Got a name, boy?
Virgil Tips.
Virgil. Where you come from?
There ain't no trains this time of morning.
I could have had you shot.
Skulls caved in. Could have been a hitchhiker. Okay, I got him.
Where's my husband?
I thought I told you to get the hell out of here.
You aren't taking me anywhere, you dig?
You gonna get yourself killed.
I'm a police officer.
Look, they pay you $162.39 a week just to look at bodies. Why can't you look at this one?
Why can't you look at it for yourself?
I do not want that Negro officer taken off this case.
I need a few things, such as ammonium hydrosulfide, benzidine, superoxide of hydrogen, copper powder, distilled water, calipers, and some toothpicks.
Why won't anybody here tell me what's happened to
Are
him?
you sure you're pregnant?
Yes, I am pregnant.
I can pull that fat cat down.
I'm afraid you're a little late, Virgil. We already got the guilty man.
May I examine this person?
Yeah, you can look at him. Come on, let him look.
He's left-handed, isn't he?
What's that make him?
Innocent.
I got the motive, which is money, and the body, which is dead.
You're holding the wrong man.
But don't you push me, boy.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
What kind of people are you?
Look in her purse. She's got $100 to pay for an abortion.
They've got a murder on their hands. They don't know what to do with it.
In the heat of the night, seems like a cold sweat creeping across my brow. In the heat of the night.
Okay, that was a trailer for In the Heat of the Night. So we're going to make a little bit of a change here. So normally we read our 5-star reviews during the full episodes. We're going to start switching those to reading those on the preview episodes. That way it's a little bit more timely. That was Micah's idea, and I think it's a good one. So the first review that we have is from Bomber424. The title is 5-star review. Quote, like the podcast, and I appreciate you guys giving your opinions on Nate Parker. Personally, I'm going to see the movie because I feel it's a story that needs to be told, and Hollywood needs to tell more stories like it. However, I understand why you guys don't want to review it. Just because you're innocent in court doesn't mean you didn't do it. My only issue was with people feeling they can shame others for watching or not watching a movie when they give their money to other people who have questionable pasts. Examples: Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, and Woody Allen. So I agree with that, and that's one of the things we didn't do, which was not tell people to see it or don't see it. We were just saying we didn't want to see it, or that we wouldn't do it on the show, which is funny because we got a bunch of messages from people who don't listen to the show telling us how we should do the movie. I'm like, nigga, you don't even listen to the show. What the fuck are you talking about? I just found that to be curious. But no, if you want to see the movie, like, I'm going to be the last person to condemn you about that. So go see it. That's cool. Look, if you tell me it's good, that's great. It looks good. I hope it's good. But I'm never going to tell you not to see it. Now, I'll tell you not to see a Medea movie. Don't see that. Don't waste your fucking time. But I'm not going to tell you to not see this movie. The other 5-star review we have is from someone named A Fan of Podcasts. The title is Necessary. Quote, I listen to a ton of podcasts, and this is the one that I get the most consistent laughs out of. There's a certain reliability factor for some of us, but a strong podcast in general. If for some reason you're considering giving it a listen, but haven't yet, do so. 5 stars. So thank you for that. So like I said, we will deal with the 1967 film In the Heat of the Night. If you need any reason to see it, realize that this is directed by the same guy who did A Soldier Story, which we did previously. So that'll give you a little bit of an indication what type of movie it is. Which by the way, we enjoyed A Soldier Story quite a bit. So let's move into our random topic of the week, which is known rapper. I put that in quotes. Puff Daddy came out and said that he thought Barack Obama had shortchanged black people. And so I want to read that quote because I found it to be interesting, and then I have some other information too. So Diddy was on with Al Sharpton on MSNBC Sunday and said, quote, this is politics. You put somebody in office, you get in return the things that you care about for your communities. I think we got a little bit shortchanged. That's not knocking the president. He's done an excellent job, but I think it's time to turn up the heat because the black vote is going to decide who is the next president of the United States. So I would ask the two of you, do you think that black people got shortchanged in this during this last presidential cycle?
I don't have my reparations checks, so yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's a totally fair and reasonable analysis of this entire thing.
I'm dead serious, guys. I want my check.
Classic, a classic black man's response.
No, what is he talking about? Obama's not the president of black people. I don't know if he really thought that Obama was going to come in office and say, all right, black folks, here you go. Like, I don't think any president goes up and says, okay, one particular group, here you are.
I mean, you could argue 43 presidents said that to white people, but whatever.
I mean, did they?
More or less.
I mean, like I want to know.
Not directly. I
want to know what he wanted.
That actually is my point. That's the feeling I have, and I hear this a lot.
And by the way, I half agree with you. That the 43 other presidents, they don't give a fuck about black people either. So
no,
but I just wanted to know what Sean Combs wanted from Barack Obama, because I'm very curious. I this is not me trying to be condescending or asking a rhetorical question. I really want to know what he expected Obama to provide specifically for black people.
Right. I mean, there was this article got posted in a group, and that was my comment. I'm like, it's always this general, we got shortchanged or he didn't do enough. Then tell me exactly what you wanted him to do. Like, what's the one thing? Like Bentleys or like I don't know, no white rappers? Like, what the fuck was what was the random thing you wanted Obama to do for us? I don't really get it. So Terrence, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I basically will be echoing both of what you guys said. It doesn't. When people say things like this, I don't think they realize how the presidency works. because he said, we got you in office, so like you got to help us out. Like we get everybody in office. All of the rest of the presidents that have been put into office since like 1965, we've put them there, right? So granted, they're white, and this was the black one. And I guess since he was black, he was supposed to take a more concerted effort to help the black community. The 13%. And he was supposed to put things in place to help us, like, kind of bridge the gap that's between the white folks and us. I don't know exactly what that would be. Like you said, I don't know if he was supposed to start handing out checks. He was just supposed to mandate things. I don't know. I don't know what they want. I don't know what he's looking for. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you got to play within the rules. He can't just change him, because had he done that, he'd be in even more trouble than he already is. Everybody already hates his ass. At this point, you know what? Fuck it. He's almost out. Just start throwing out random shit.
If he changed the rules, yo, he'd have been dead.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, point to the fucking line.
It would be a problem.
Oh,
but at this point, he's close to being like he's about to be out of office in what, 3 months, 3 or 4 months,
9 months.
Oh, he got senioritis.
Oh no,
now.
I'm sorry, not 9
months.
No. Well, if you count, there's a lot of transition stuff. I'm never mind. Don't ignore me. But 9 weeks is what I meant to say. So,
okay.
Like my whole issue with it is, like, Terrence, you hit on it. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of how the presidency works. I saw this a lot from people who think they know, who are into politics. Mr. Vote or Die himself, Diddy. Like, you think that the president is the king of the United States. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I really think that's what they think the president's job is. Is like, you're the king and you get to be like, do this shit I said for black people, and then they just got to do it. Like,
yeah, like it's a monarchy.
Like, motherfucker, there's a Congress.
Like, the president doesn't even have half of the authority to make something happen like that by design.
Yeah. Like, and it's funny, and this is like, not to get too far into politics, but I haven't talked about politics in a while, so I'm kind of itching to do it. Like,
well, this is a political,
right.
Basically, this is a political thing that we're talking about. So
right, but like the thing is, this is the legacy of George W. Bush, and the reason why I say this, and it slightly drives me crazy, and I knew this was going to happen, is because George W. Bush and the Republicans ran so roughshod over the Democrats, and did so many illegal things that the thought process is, oh, we got our guy in. No, he can do all of those things. Yeah, those things are fucking illegal. So the answer is not, we get to do illegal shit. The answer is to not do illegal shit so that you, one, reconstitute the state of the law, and then the next guy doesn't break the law too. That's the fucking point. Precedents work in both ways. So, again, I really don't, and I would be glad to challenge anybody, especially people like Diddy. Like, you don't understand fucking politics. So shut the fuck up. Like, I need you to shut up and stop telling people anything about politics, because you literally don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. And I don't know more than you because I'm blessed with that information. I know more than you because I read. Like, dude, that's just not how the fucking government works. Like, he doesn't, like, did you watch how a bill becomes a law? It's a cartoon, nigga. Like, you don't even have to fucking really be that smart. It's a singing bill. It'll tell you. Like, the president, at no point in that video did the president go, that's a law now. No, it was a bill and it went through fucking Congress. You're roughly my age. I know you saw the fucking video. Like, it's really annoying. It's really annoying that he doesn't know. So, yeah, did black people get shortchanged? In what ways? Did we not get fucking healthcare? Because that really fucking helped black people, by the way. Did fixing the economy and getting the economy back on board, did that help black people? Yeah, motherfucker, we were suffering. Did you pay attention to the fact that Barack Obama has clearly made it his number one issue after leaving the presidency and while he's in the presidency to deal with mass incarceration? Did you notice that while you were fucking naming vodkas after yourself? No, of course not. So shut up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, if you're listening and you know Puff Daddy, have him call me. I'd be glad to fucking school his ass over it. But it's annoying, dude. You can read this shit. It ain't hidden information. It's just not. And it does black people a disservice when you tell people shit like this.
I think he's looking at the state of black folks now and how, like, every other week is some fucking nonsense. Not even every other week, every day almost. Like,
yeah, no, that's
getting
true.
shot and shit like that. If he's putting his feet under the fire because of that, that's not his fault. It's just that his presidency and actually technology in general has brought all of these things to the forefront, and now we're seeing the things that have been happening to us in the past on video. It's not like this hasn't happened. So I'm trying to rationalize what he's saying, because if that's the case, then no, that's not his fault either. Like,
there's no president that could have stopped police brutality against black people.
Right.
Period. Not Hillary Clinton, not Barack Obama.
He didn't go into detail. He just said we've been shortchanged, but he didn't say what. Because I actually did watch the video before we got on. I watched the video of him talking to Al Sharpton, and that quote that you said. He said we've been shortchanged. We have to hold our vote and all this other shit. I'm like, well,
what does that
cool.
mean?
What, hold our vote? It means that if we don't vote, Trump will be put in the office.
Well, thank you. I don't understand that logic. I've never understood that logic.
Never more has the stupid phrase "vote or die" more applicable than right now, and he's saying, "Don't do it."
No.
He's saying they have
He
to
said,
earn our vote.
We gotta hold our vote. They gotta earn it.
They gotta earn it. I mean, Trump is doing everything he can to earn it.
Right. With the African American he's
what do you have to lose?
Right. Hey, your lives are fucked, black people. What do you have to lose? Oh, I can't wait to vote for that guy. No, but okay, let's talk about that, because that hits on a really larger issue, which is we need to hold our vote. What does that do? Again, this is that Nick Cannon fucking... I cannot express to you the insanity it is to listen to rich black people talk to me in their fucking privileged towers about how we getting screwed over. How are you getting screwed over? If you don't vote, guess what? Trump gets into office and you make millions of dollars because of the tax codes get changed to benefit people like you. If he gets in office, people like us get fucked over exponentially higher than we are right now. But don't vote. Vote or die. Buy this T-shirt though. What the fuck are you talking about?
Didn't he come up with that shit? Vote or die.
Yes, and you know what?
His thing.
You know what?
Shit, right?
You know, and it's funny because I looked up a quote because I'm a prick, by the way. So I decided let me look up how's the vote or die thing going with Diddy and his feelings on it. So in 2015, in October of 2015, he's quoted as saying, quote, see the things that's tricky about politics, that it's so much bullshit with it. We started vote or die, and from this community we're in, we're not with hearing too much of this bullshit. So that's why we get disenfranchised. We're disconnected because nothing that they're saying actually relates to us. So vote or die and getting out to vote and those things were laid out there so people could understand about the process.
I didn't understand that I didn't understand a word of that you just said. What? So
basically, black people aren't smart enough to figure out the voting process, so they started vote or die. Is basically ultimately what he's saying, right? This simplifies the process of vote or die. Good. Very good. Thank you. But then, which I hate being talked down to as black people, it pisses me off. But then he says, and this is the best part, for a guy who talks about how we've been shortchanged. Now get a load of this shit. Quote, we started vote or die, and the whole process was full of shit. The whole shit is a scam. So he's saying not to vote. Don't even vote. Well, what the fuck, dude? Voting is bullshit, but then you're like, we're getting shortchanged. Well, guess what, motherfucker? If you don't vote, your voice doesn't get heard. Again, this is that Nick Cannon fucking bullshit of, no, it's all rigged, son, so don't vote. That's what it's going to show them. No, it's not. You know what it'll show them? Actually voting. Actually getting out there and actually doing something. Your goddamn ancestors fucking died for that shit to give you the right to vote. And you're going to sit on your ass and watch TV and not vote? Fuck you.
You know what not voting does? It shows people that we don't have to appeal to black people.
You don't matter.
We don't have to do this for them because they're not going to vote anyway. They'll just accept whatever comes their way. And I mean, if you don't vote, you're dumb. Vote or dumb.
That should be.
Which one is it? Which one are you? A voter or a dummy?
Well, then the argument would be, okay, we've been voting for the last 50 years, but we haven't gotten anything in return. So what's the point?
But that's not
I'm
even
just throwing
true.
out the argument there.
No,
that's the argument that people will bring to the table. It's
Right.
like, as far as the last 8 years, okay, we voted for Obama for 8 years. What's changed outside of the healthcare plan? He did get us out of the deficit, but how has that helped us? On the surface, it doesn't look like it's done anything.
Go ahead, because I want to go
On the
scream
surface,
into the
it doesn't
ether.
look like it's done anything, and we're still in the same predicament we were in 80 years ago.
But that's the thing. Like you're not when they say vote, it's not vote every 4 years.
Thank you.
You gotta like you can't just vote. And I know you know this, Terrence, but
right.
you can't just
your
vote
local
for
elections.
the fucking president. Like you gotta nothing. If you want to see change, you gotta vote in all of your local elections, and you gotta do just a little bit of research, just a little bit. Like you don't have to do. Quite frankly, I would rather you vote for in your local elections and not the general, the national elections.
If you have to choose one.
If for some strange warped reason that you feel like you can only vote for one thing, I would rather you vote for your local stuff because that's what's going to change. That's what's going to get certain people in to help weed out these shitbag cops who are killing people and taking vacations. But the fucking Obama ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
So, I'm glad the conversation has gotten here because I think it's an important point, which is, there's this whole thing of like, voting for the president is the only thing that matters, right? So Angela Corey is the Florida like the main Florida prosecutor, right?
She got tossed a couple weeks ago, right?
She did. And you know how she got tossed? In a fucking vote. Dude, people fucking voted. Votes don't matter. Elections don't matter. Do you know who Angela Corey is? If you're listening, if you don't know who she is, allow me to tell you. Angela Corey is the fucking prosecutor who didn't get George Zimmerman prosecuted for killing Trayvon Martin. She's the same woman who fucking tried to put a 12-year-old who mistakenly killed their brother by like pushing him into a bookcase, just kids playing around. She tried to prosecute that kid at 12 as an adult. Like, this woman is known for getting people prosecuted to the full extent of the law, getting them the largest prosecution, like the largest jail time possible. But she couldn't get George Zimmerman fucking 8 minutes in jail because he killed a black kid. So when you talk about, we can't change anything because voting doesn't change anything, that voting literally changed things. And that was a Republican primary for that position, by the way. That wasn't Democrats saying, we didn't want her, or liberals saying that. That was Republicans kicking her out. So when you talk about voting doesn't work, there is a systematic change right there in a local election that fucking mattered. That the next black kid who gets unfortunately murdered or somebody gets charged with some bullshit crime, they don't possibly get 30, 40 years for some bullshit that she would have pushed for. Because she's a fucking hang 'em high fucking prosecutor. But that's where voting matters. So when you say it's all bullshit, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And the woman who actually got voted in place or won the election, the primary election, over Angela Corey is the woman who protected that 12-year-old kid from getting a fucking being charged as an adult. So don't tell me that voting doesn't matter. Pay attention. Voting very much matters. Prosecutors and judges around the country are some of the biggest changes you can fucking go after, and they generally run unopposed. So pay attention. Those are people you can actually make changes to. If you're just worried about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and you're missing all the other shit, well, you're fucking up. And yeah, presidents do matter, but people like local prosecutors matter even more. So no, it's not vote or die, only the president matters. Pay attention. They don't. And this is the problem with people like Puff Daddy, because he has fucking, as dumb as I can't believe the statement is, he has influence. He has fucking influence. Besides record sales, he has real influence. And there are dumb people listening to him going, "Yeah, you right, man. I had that vote or die t-shirt, and then I didn't get a free Obama phone, so then I threw it away, and then I said, fuck politics." Well, no, dude. This shit fucking matters. Pay attention. And that matters to us, right? That fucking matters to us. The guy who didn't prosecute the cops for the Tamir Rice killing, the little kid with the toy gun who was murdered in 2 seconds by the cops, he got fucking tossed in a local election in the same time frame. That just happened. So there's people who looked at the fucking information and was like, no, fuck that guy. That's a guy who should have been on those cops, and he didn't. And he was supposed to be for the family, and he didn't prosecute those cops. Right. So don't tell me that elections don't matter. They do matter. And those are direct black lives that actually got affected by those elections. So it's not a pie in the sky, oh, well, maybe. No, those are direct elections. Pay attention. For the love of God, we can't just check the fuck out every 4 years or every 2 years. You can't. And then go, oh, nothing changes. It does change if you fucking look at the system and you work the system that's there. It absolutely matters. And everyone, oh, Selma was such a good movie. What the fuck was the movie about? Pay attention to what the movie was about. The movie is about them fucking standing up because they couldn't vote. I don't understand how you can be like, oh, Martin Luther King Jr. was so amazing and I have a dream. Yeah, dude, his whole thing was about equality, and the biggest point was that we couldn't vote as citizens. I don't get it. I do not understand it. God, I want to look for it again. I really got to get more time. Sorry. But it drives me crazy. It really does, that we look, I can understand why white people can get disillusioned for voting. They have rights to vote their entire time they've been here. They fucking came up with the system and was like, yeah, we can do whatever we want. But we didn't have that right. And we fought and died for it. And now we're just like, yeah, I'm going to listen to a couple of rappers. And they're going to tell you, man, come on now. Like, that shit doesn't make any sense to me. Be smarter than that. Pay attention. Know that those things that you have direct control over, man. Look at your local politicians, not just your mayor or your governor, but look at those local judges and shit like that. A lot of them run unopposed, and the ones who don't, you can make changes. Research them. Look, it's boring, but research them.
Yeah. Like, I'm still shocked that Hogan got elected as
governor.
The governor here. How the fuck did that happen?
I mean, look, if you look at, and interestingly enough, Hogan does he does the classic thing. Larry Hogan is the governor of Maryland, by the way. Like, yes. He does the classic thing, which is, I'm going to reduce your taxes. And people love that. They don't ask, hey, what are my taxes going towards? That's an irrelevant question for most people. It's, I want my taxes lower. So then they vote for it. And then they go, oh, turns out this guy wants to implement all this fucked up shit I don't agree with. Yeah. Because he got you with the, gotcha, bitch. Like, he got you with the one trick that always works. I'll lower your taxes. The question should never be, how far are you going to lower my taxes? It should be, what are my taxes going to pay for? That should be the real question. But again, much like you thinking that Obama is the king of America, people don't really understand how taxes work either. They don't. And that's not to be a dick. People really don't. These roads are fucked up. I don't want to pay any taxes, though. Okay, well, good. Pick one.
Fun.
Yeah, pick one. You want holes in the road, or you want to give up a little bit of money to fix them? Yeah, again, pay attention. And look, stop listening to rappers as your fucking bellwether for whether or not to vote. It's insanity. Look, I like Kendrick Lamar. If Kendrick Lamar went on TV tomorrow and was like, "Don't vote, nigga," I'd be like, "Fuck you, yo." Like, no, I'm done with you, man. Like, I can't listen to you, man. I can't.
I was a spot on Kendrick Lamar.
Thank you.
I was like, wow, is he in the room with you?
It's amazing. Well, just wait till next week till you hear my Sidney Poitier impression. Yasmin is dead. But I need people to stop listening to musicians that tell them like to remove yourself from the civil process. It's stupid. It's really dumb and it's damaging. And actually, you want to talk about what damages us in the long term? It's shit like that. It really is. If black people were going to choose the next election, why would you tell them to not vote?
Right.
Like,
yeah, it doesn't. That's counterproductive.
Like, do I need to print out what you said and mail it to you? Because you said that shit, nigga. They quoted you. Like,
right. Hold your vote. Make them earn it by just basically telling you what they want you to hear, and then okay, I'll choose them. That don't mean they're gonna do that shit.
Yeah, like here's the thing.
Like it doesn't mean that they're going to do it. So say they tell you what you want to hear, and you vote for them, and you don't get what they want. Are you gonna have them impeached? You can't do that shit. So what the fuck was the point?
Like again, I'm not sure if people understand the political process. Like I really don't. And it's funny because everyone is a political expert when there's a presidential election. Nobody gives a fuck about politics the 2 years after it. No one cares. They're just like, yeah, I don't know. Who's president? Who's the governor? I don't know. I mean, most people can't even name the vice president. Which
side is the Democrat side and which side is the Republican side? Okay, party line. Bam.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
My favorite color is blue. Nah, son, my favorite color is red. Bam, you got it. I mean, like, that's kind of the way it works.
That's what people do, man.
They do.
That's what people do.
Yeah, and look, you gotta read, man. You gotta read. And look, trust me, I get it. A lot of this shit's boring. But if you spend more time giving a fuck about what NFL team and you give less of a fuck about the people who prosecute 12-year-olds as adults, your priorities are fucked up, man. They are. I'm sorry. If you can name all the stats of Ben Raplesberger and all those other fucking assholes and you worried about that shit, and I'm not saying you got to be a political junkie, but you don't know that there's a person who's prosecuting fucking black kids like it's going out of fucking style for crimes that are for weed and throwing them in jail for 30 years. If you don't know that in your own district, that's a problem. And you should know those things.
Yeah, and like you said, they can be directly affected. Like, nah, bruh, you can't. President, no. It's going to be a lot more difficult to say, oh, we made a mistake. No, your local government, you can do something about that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the great thing about it.
Out.
Yeah. Look, I know, like, how many people know their city council person? Like, know them by name. I'm not even saying, like, personally. Know them by name. Most people don't.
Right.
I mean, I would venture to say 95% of Americans don't. Shit, most people can't name a person on the Supreme Court. I mean, seriously, like, that's a real thing. Like, most people cannot name one judge on the Supreme Court. That's sad, dude. That's sad. I'm not saying you got to know all 9. I know all 9 because I'm a dork, or all 8 now. But I'm a giant nerd. But that you don't know one? Like, even the ones that have funny names? Like, you don't even know them? Like, and that's a problem. That's a real fucking problem. And to not know the people who represent you or the people who can directly affect you or your cousin or your wife or your husband and stuff like that when they get pulled over by the cops is a problem. And look, if we're dealing with all these law enforcement issues, man, look, it's like the Dave Chappelle joke. Like, you better know, like, no, nigga, don't do that. That's 5 to 10. Like, we need to know this shit. Like, we have to know it. We got to know it better than anybody. We have to. It is literally life or death. You know, it's like information or die. Like, make that t-shirt. Read or die. How about that? How about we make that a t-shirt? But no, guess not. Voting's all a scam. Buy my new album. Take that, take that, take that.
Oh, he does have a new album coming out too.
Oh, he does?
It's his last album, quote unquote.
Yay! I'm excited now. Who cares? What other David Bowie song is he gonna rip off like he has any fucking real talent?
God damn.
Sorry, he sucks. Are we pretending like Diddy is a talented rapper?
Rapper? No. Producer?
Yeah, he's
Producer,
a fine producer.
Rapper, no.
Is he gonna get fucking Donkey Brain Mace to do another album with him or no?
And he's still praising Jesus?
Yeah,
did he
last
stop?
I heard Mace was a preacher.
I thought he came back though, because like his money started getting low, like any other preacher. I'm a dick. I'm a dick. I'm an
Like, your money start getting low. That's the first thing you got to do.
Yeah, like look, I gotta put out a new album or something.
I gotta start praising Jesus. Get a bunch of people to follow me.
Over this trap beat or whatever the fuck is popular with kids. Yeah, I don't know, man. But don't listen to Diddy. Like this shit gets on my nerves. Like I can't deal with that shit. And if you know Diddy, Puff Daddy, Barack Obama, whatever name he's going by now, please have him call me. I would love to interview him on the show and berate him about what the fuck he's talking about and how it hurts black people in the long run and makes us dumber. All right,
Is a scam.
yeah, voting's a scam. Buy these T-shirts though. All right, good.
Sorry, you bought my vote or die T-shirt.
You know what? Maybe I'll make up read or die T-shirts. Maybe that's the thing. Like maybe we should just promote like or learn or die. Just learn anything.
Be a lot of dead motherfuckers then, man.
I know. Look, sometimes you gotta weed out the fucking gene pool. All right, like I get it. You know, sometimes boats don't have motors. All right, so like
Jesus.
Don't.
Yeah. That guy's a historian. Anyway, all right, we will see you guys next week for a new preview or a new full episode of Black on Black Cinema.
See ya.
Take it easy.
We out. We out. We out.